Welcome to the First of the Worst podcast. I'm Brendan Murphy.
And I am Steve Arendas. How's it going, Brendan?
It's going well. This week is an interesting one. I actually came up with this one while I was drunk. This definitely would fall under the category of things I thought we had already done.
I'm 95% sure I texted you this idea like 4 months ago.
Okay,
but it never
so
made it onto our list. And I was also
then
drunk.
It was just
I think,
something that I totally forgot about.
Yeah. But I'm not actually positive I sent that text either, though. So
I won't let the suspense linger any longer, since only Steve and I are feeling it anyway. This week's list is top 10 celebrity couples since 2000, which I think does a good job of cementing this as a bad category.
I think it would probably be bad at any generation. I just kind of I didn't even know since 2000, but mine are all in that category. I kept it current. I know we said just keep it modern-ish.
Oh, I thought I said since 2000. That's why I was going to do. Well, either way, Steve's a prisoner of the moment. So there's no Marilyn Monroe on here for him.
I mean, I hope you talk about her so I could just destroy her, but that's fine.
Uh-huh. I mean, I actually don't like my list that much. I mean, for one, usually we're able to find like one good Wikipedia list, and I didn't find a very good list.
This is like BuzzFeed lists.
And that's a lot of clicks.
Garbage. Yeah.
That's a lot of photo clicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of photos. And so like this is a hard list to do because like what were your like ranking criteria for this?
Just how much I liked the people involved. Like hotness didn't really play a factor. I mean, like obviously every woman on here is probably fairly attractive. But it's more about their body of work as a couple and individually.
Yeah, how much I like them individually. How much
actually toward the top I have some ones that are just there because they're hot. So I'm all over the place.
How much I like them. I kind of, as part of me, I do have like some level of how much I like believe them as a legitimate couple. Is like on the list too. Is in my ranking criteria. But yeah, so yeah, it was a weird list. I also have a mini 3-part list of couples I think that should happen. If we can go into later. If you want.
Okay, I actually did a Hall of Fame. I originally wanted to start out with best all-time celebrity couples, and I just went with Hall of Fame daters. And
we can save that for another list almost.
It's just people who are in like dysfunctional relationship. Like I actually have one of the best dater of all time, in my opinion, is actually on my list. Just we'll get to him pretty early, but no, just like people who are just like a bunch of shitty relationships successively and high profile.
Awesome. Well, I'll cut it in the middle at some point and list my three couples I think should happen. So let's just start it up. Who's your number 10 celebrity couple?
Okay, actually, it's Derek Jeter and everyone is what I listed.
Hall of Fame stickman.
Hall of Famer for sure. He ended up with Hannah Davis, but he was basically just gonna marry the girl who was on the cover of the swimsuit issue the year he retired. That was always his destiny. It happened to be Hannah Davis.
That's actually like a super valid point. Like if he waits like too long after this,
he'll become Joe Namath.
Yeah,
Joe Namath's sad man now. Joe Namath's sad alcoholic man.
Yeah, hitting on exactly. Susie Colbert.
Yeah, he can't do that.
No, Derek Jeter though. That he timed it perfectly. He played it all perfectly.
I mean his resume. I actually didn't write it down, but I know much of it off the top of my head. Because it's just that goddamn impressive. We got my number 1 overall is Scarlett Johansson. They dated for a time. Mariah Carey when she was very beautiful.
Prime.
Not drag queen version of Mariah Carey. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not appealing to me. And I don't think Derek Jeter, though there was some weird stuff about him on the internet and his proclivities. I digress.
Yeah, Derek Jeter's a Hall of Famer.
Minka Kelly, who he was engaged to, who is super beautiful. I'm going slow. Vanessa
Vanessa Manillo, who might be married to Nick Lachey now.
She is still, I think. See, that's the kind of thing you learn in your research. You're like, oh yeah, people who never really should have been that famous are still married. But at least it's like a real thing for them.
Yeah. The thing with Jeter only dated celebs.
But like it was always kind of on the hush, except for a few relationships.
Yeah, and then
I
he'd
don't
send
think
them
he
home
only
in a limo.
dated celebs. I
No,
think he
he.
dated a lot.
I think he only had relationships with celebs that were public, and then I think he hooked up with other girls and sent them home in limos with autographed baseballs.
That's just a fact.
That's not even debatable.
Gift basket.
Gift basket. Speaking of Hall of Fame stickmen, we'll go to my number 10 couple, which is features another Hall of Famer in his own right. And so this was number 10 because I don't think technically these two are dating, but they're definitely something. And it's Rihanna and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Have they ever dated?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like it's like an on and off thing. And the most famous thing is that she told Leonardo to stop eating pasta because he's too fucking fat. And she's probably the only person in the world who would ever say that to him.
See, I thought that I thought that Leo was kind of just done with dating. I mean, like, you know, the pictures of him walking into a club in Ibiza with himself and 40 women. I thought he was just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to do it this way.
Well, he just does the supermodel thing from time to time, but I think it seems like he goes back to Rihanna.
And I wonder if there was ever a woman that kind of broke him. I mean, is that even possible?
I don't know. I mean, it starts back from his young days in the Pussy Posse.
Ooh, you're gonna need to tell me about that because I
don't know about the Pussy Posse.
I'm guessing Wahlberg is in it.
I don't think so. It's like a bunch of dupes. Just look, I'm gonna Google Pussy Posse right now. It's E from Entourage. Like E from Entourage is in the Pussy Posse. The guy who plays E from Entourage,
Kevin Conley, but he always had hot girlfriends.
Tobey Maguire.
Oh my god, it is a bunch of doofs. Also midgets.
Yeah, well, it makes Leo look taller. I have a list of David Blaine is in the Pussy Posse.
These guys were actually friends.
Yeah, they would go out together. Harmony Korine. Korine, is that the director type? You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
This is an amazing list. I'm looking at. So J.R. Ferguson, also known as the hippie dude from Mad Men. What was his name? Who was like the ad guy, the art guy.
Fuck.
Who ended up
marrying Peggy? Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But yeah, he was in the Pussy Posse. Apparently Q-Tip was involved at one point. David Blaine. And my favorite, Lucas Haas was in it. And my favorite one, this list is like an adjunct member, is Sarah Gilbert.
Who's that?
It's the dark-haired daughter from Roseanne. This is an amazing list I'm looking at.
Thank you.
We should have said top 10 members of the Pussy Posse should have been our list. But
we have broken a record for saying pussy on this show.
I think it's never been said before.
It is just getting the glass ceiling, if you will, has been smashed like a hymen, and also the first time that's been said on this show. But we're gonna go for it, I guess.
But yeah, it was just Leo's classic, and it seems like Rihanna and him have some kind of on and off again hooking up situation, and I just wanted to get Leo on here, really. My number 9 is in a very different direction, and it's Tom Hanks and his longtime wife, Rita, what's her name, Wilson?
Yeah.
She was famous on her own accord.
Okay,
that was my thing. I didn't count anybody who wasn't famous on their own accord.
Absolutely. And it doesn't count if you're like a successful producer. Like, I have to recognize your body of work as something you did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have one with a guy who's a director.
Is he a super famous director?
Yeah, you'll know who he is.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's a celebrity.
Okay. People know who he is.
You could be a super famous music producer too, and
people might not know what he looks like, but everybody knows anybody who like watches movies knows his name. So okay. I mean, he's a famous person. Yeah, but those two, because I feel like they have a real relationship. I said there was some ranking of my part on how real I thought relationships were.
I don't have anyone that old on my list, candidly.
I might have older. Okay, so who's your number 9?
This is a homer pick, and these people aren't even that famous. But I did Rose Leslie and Kit Harington.
Are they still together?
Based on my half-assed research, yes.
I think they are too. That's for anybody who doesn't know.
That's Jon Snow and Ygritte. But that's a rough. I'll admit it's not my greatest pick because if I said who those people were, you definitely don't know the girl
unless you watch Game of Thrones. They're very famous in the Game of Thrones community. Jon Snow's like Kit Harington. Like
he's the biggest star in the show.
But do people really like? What has he done? Has he done much besides Game of Thrones?
I'm sure he'll start doing movies.
I know Daenerys is in some rom-com.
A rom-com?
Yeah, dude.
Marjorie's been in a lot of movies. Yeah,
she's been in some stuff. She's in the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah,
right?
And she was in like what looked like a terrible movie about a forest you go to kill yourself.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? I might just go to that movie and kill myself because it looks equally unappealing.
Daenerys is in some rom-com with one of the guys from the Hunger Games, actually. One of like the lesser Hunger Games members. I forget his name, but yeah, it's not. Seems like she should be starting up a little higher than that. I bet Peter Dinklage is probably the most recognizable person.
Yeah, he already kind of was.
Yeah, like I mean, I knew who he was before the show. The most famous little person actor ever, probably.
Yeah, Fern Troyer rues the day. Peter Dinklage did the station agent.
Elf. What's your number 8?
Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie.
Is it just for insanity's sake?
What a weird fucking thing that was. It's like just like daddy issues plastered all over her face.
Yeah, I hate her. I think I just hate her. Do you like?
No other Angelina iteration made this list, so
that's the most interesting. Well, like her and her brother or whatever the fuck was going on with that.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy. I guess does a lot of charity, so I'll give her that. Yeah, I couldn't put her and Brad on here. They're like the two most like Brad Pitt might be the most boring person in the world.
I'm a huge fan. He does great movies.
Have you ever heard him talk?
No, I mean I know. I mean he's not like a guy that. Well, there aren't really many people.
What was the last good Brad Pitt movie? What was the last good George Clooney movie?
See, that's the problem. I don't know what's come out lately.
Nothing good. Clooney much more recent than Pitt.
I mean, the guys do like one movie a year.
Yeah. Their shooting percentage is going down in recent years. I guess the last good Brad Pitt movie was Inglourious Basterds.
That was a while ago.
That was awesome.
That was 6 years ago.
Was it? Oh, damn. Was there not a good one since then? World War Z, I don't think was good.
No, there's been some shit. There's been a lot of shit. The Big Short. The Big Short was okay.
Okay, he was in The Big Short.
I mean, I feel like it's a stretch for a couple of reasons. One, to call it a Brad Pitt movie.
That's like that's the stretch part of it, right?
He was in The Counselor, which was a piece of shit.
Clooney was in Monuments Men. That movie was horrible. That was a movie that had like an all-star cast that got released right after the Oscars, which means you know it's trash.
Clooney's not on my list at any point.
No, because his one real relationship, well, I guess he has a 2 long relationship. One was like a WWE diva and one's with somebody who's not a celebrity.
She would definitely categorize as celebrity for dating him.
Yeah. So that was your number 8?
My number 8, yes.
Okay. I'll go to my number 8. I'm going to go ahead and say this is the least attractive couple on my list. And I kind of think they're both funny, but overratedly funny. Because he only has one bit. Maybe she does too. And I think they've been married for a long time. And it's Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally. But that couple makes sense in my brain.
Yeah, that works for me. But they became overrated for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're lower. He's just can he do something besides like act like Ron Swanson?
He
Or is that just
shouldn't. He should cash in on this until it's gone.
And then do something else once it's gone. Yeah,
and then go do like an off-Broadway. Go do Death of a Salesman off-Broadway.
No, you're 100% right. I'm an idiot for even suggesting otherwise. My number 7 couple is I think she's substantially older than him. They might have 2 kids now. And as far as I'm concerned, they're both super attractive. And I think people won't like this because they like a previous relationship he was in because they saw a movie where they were in a relationship together. And that's Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes.
Oh, I got them higher on my list, actually.
Oh, you have them both. See, I feel like people think it's like Gosling and McAdams is the one in their brain.
No, man. You got to have those mixed race babies.
Yeah. Look at how good looking those babies are going to be. Not only are they mixed race, but they're both from beautiful people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it didn't occur to me that she's significantly older than him.
She's like 42.
He's probably like a couple years. He's probably about your age, huh?
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't look like she's 42. She hasn't aged in like 20 years. She hasn't aged since she was in that Will Smith video. Same Bienvenida a Miami.
He was born in 1980, so that makes him...
yeah, he's like a little older than me. So she's like 6 years older than him. It's just not like a huge thing, but it's substantial enough.
Oh, he'll probably leave her at some point. Be real. It's Hollywood. Nothing lasts forever. She's 6 years older than him.
Oh man, you're probably right. Sadly, what's your number 7 couple?
My number 7 couple. This is one of those people is on this list twice, and I'm not even a fan of either of these people particularly. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel.
Well, okay, so why did they make your list then? If you're not a fan of that,
I just think it's a good, attractive celebrity couple, and honestly,
their looks match.
Not a super annoying couple.
They're not. You're right, and that's a big thing.
Important. There's a couple that is the most high-profile celebrity couple of all time that I almost felt bad. I felt liberal white guilt not putting them on my list, but then I said, you know what? They're fucking annoying to me. I'm okay with it. I felt like at first it was like when Obama went to speak at ASU and they're like, we're not giving you an honorary doctorate because we're not sure what you've accomplished.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, you're going to know for sure.
Are they on your list?
No, but I'm sure I was positive they were on yours, but maybe they're not.
Maybe not. Maybe I didn't do
secret messaging.
I didn't do a lot of research. So this is just a lot of off the top of my head. So I easily could have missed something.
I mean, I find it hard to believe that you missed.
Oh no, I don't like them.
Okay, good. Jay-Z and Beyonce are super annoying. I felt almost guilty.
Fake. I feel like they aren't even a real couple.
Yeah. Also, didn't put Jay-Z's cohort for his past relationships on the list either.
Kim and Kanye.
Kanye, yeah, they didn't make a list for me.
They were closer to making the list if I had to put one of those 2 groups on the list. One of those 2 couples on the
Honestly, list. Kim didn't make my list, and the closest she came was with Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
So, because everything after that just went. Although maybe I should have put Chris Humphries on.
I think so. My opinion on Jay and Bay is that that's just like a business agreement. That she wasn't even ever actually pregnant, and that. That's a conspiracy. That should have been our conspiracy pod. That baby was carried by somebody else. If probably actually their kid genetically, but carried by somebody else. And then with Kim and Kanye, I feel like Kanye at one point actually really liked her. If he still does, I don't know. And Kim is just like, I'll be really even more famous.
Yeah. Also, she's not really famous. She's not really a celebrity because she's never done anything. So.
Do you count Marilyn Monroe as a celebrity?
She was in movies and shit, right? I don't know.
That's the same thing, dude. Kim, that's my argument, is that Marilyn Monroe and Kim Kardashian are the same thing. One just has nostalgia.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna go to the mattresses on any celebrity argument.
Marilyn Monroe.
I can pretty much be swayed. If you have any conviction, I'll be like, okay.
Marilyn Monroe would have had a sex tape if she was around today. It just would have happened. You know how hard it was to produce a sex tape back in her day?
Yeah,
She might even have one. Is the impressive part somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy Kennedy had to crank that camera.
Yeah. So wait, are we on your number 6 or 7?
We're on my number 6. So that was Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
But very under the radar relative to their celebrity, especially JT being such a big celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like Jessica Biel chose not to be a big celebrity anymore.
Yeah, didn't she go to college at one point? Like, that's always like a move when like they kind of drop off the radar for a minute, and sometimes they don't bounce back. But I feel like she went to Harvard, but like she kind of got into Harvard through a back door, but like or something like that.
Harvard
or like
school,
some Ivy League school. But like she got in because she's a celebrity, which is like fine. People get into Ivy League schools because they're better at basketball. Like I don't care. That's a legit reason.
Yeah, I mean, she could have got an acting scholarship.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that.
Although it's a little different. I mean, I bet there are people acting in the college liberal arts at Harvard that are much more talented than Jessica Alba. Biel. Also, JT got both those, and I think Jeter did too.
Jeter, I mean,
so far on my list, I think that at least 3 of these women have had sex with Derek Jeter. I'm going to say Angelina Jolie has, without any knowledge of it. I'm just confident that happened at one point.
I don't think he wanted Megan Mullally.
Yeah,
on my list. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure he took a crack at Rihanna at some point.
Do you think he's gotten rejected by like a woman who isn't married?
Yes. I think for sure. You just can't put up that many shots without missing.
Do you think he takes that many shots, or do you think he just waits for the layup? But like layup is
not layups too. LeBron misses dunks. Like it happens.
LeBron misses dunks because LeBron's not passing. What's Jeter's passing? Like Jorge Posada, get over here.
Well, see, Leo had guys to pass to in his group. Leo was like, I'll just dish this one off to E from Entourage here and see what happens. So that was.
I'm glad there. Okay, so I realize we're coming off as gendered a little bit, and like, but I there is definitely a woman, Derek Jeter, and she will be mentioned in my Hall of Fame period. Okay, so I see it both ways, team.
No, yeah, I mean we've talked about. Have we talked about doing that list, or have I just talked about it in my head? I'm just like famous people for getting do and I wanted to do guys and girls separate. But yeah, there's definitely women on this list. So wait, was that your number 6? Did we do your number 6?
Oh, we did. My number 6 was JT and JB.
Yeah. So then we're on my number 6.
On your number 6.
Which I feel like you hate this couple. I don't know why, or maybe you don't even care. But they just seem like a real couple to me. And I did a lot of this rating based on how real I thought the couples were, apparently, the more I look at it.
Well, yeah, you were voting for love.
Yeah. And it's John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Ashley brought them up when I told her about this list, and I was like, they just seem so boring.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, boring is real. You're right.
Well, I don't think he's like the most exciting dude. He just seems like a really nice guy who plays.
He's been around forever, and I couldn't tell you one song of his. I think he had a hit like 2 years ago because she was in the music video.
He won an Oscar for the song from Selma. Yeah.
Common, my mom's favorite rapper, by the way.
He's probably a lot of people's mom's favorite. A lot of white moms' favorite rappers.
She's big in Common,
especially from Chicago. Like white moms from the Chicago suburbs.
I think my mom probably can't name very many rappers.
To be fair, naming Common then is pretty good.
I don't know. He's basically an actor.
Yeah,
and he probably was like, it's probably from like some speech he gave opening up for Obama, would be my guess.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. I wonder, did she ever
She fucking probably loves Killer Mike right now because of Bernie.
Yeah, Killer. Yeah, she's a big Run the Jewels fan.
She fucking loves Killer Mike.
That's great. Yeah, so John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, they just had a kid. It's probably beautiful. Then my number, we're halfway. I guess I can go through here. This is what I'll do my little break here.
Okay.
I'll list my 3 couples. Do I care that much about these couples? No, but these are the couples I think should work. And I think one of them's a replay, and I think P. Diddy or Puffy or Puff Daddy or whatever the hell he's called this way, Sean Combs and Jennifer Lopez should date again. Now that they're
did
old.
they date?
Oh, yeah, for a long time back in the day. Now she's dating some like backup dancer, and I feel like they should just get back together. The other one is I decided Taylor Swift needs a new boyfriend because she broke up with that guy who presses buttons and digital music comes out on stage. One of those 800 guys, Calvin Harris. And I'm coupling her with, so I went through like what she needs. She's pretty tall. So I feel like she needs to date tall guys, right? Would you guess what she get? Like 5'10" at least? What do you think?
Yeah, she's tall. And
she's
terrible.
tall. She hangs out with supermodels. Yeah. Though I feel like a lot of guys are caught on, like no like super big like actors I think would deal with it. They would want to deal with her. And all the crap that comes with it. So it's got to be somebody who wants to be even more famous, but also has money in their own right and is tall. And my prediction is Chandler Parsons signs with the Knicks and starts dating Taylor Swift.
That's actually a pretty solid pick. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. If he somehow lands on the Knicks or Nets, I feel like it's happening. And she's apparently goes to a lot of Knicks games. And then my number one. This is the whole reason I wanted to do this, because every time I see these two together, the chemistry is more electric than anything I've ever seen in any movie and TV. And every time there's an award show and Bradley Cooper ends up going with his mom, he goes up on stage with Ryan Seacrest and just fireworks. And I don't know what they're into. Maybe they're not gay, but I think they should at least go on a couple dates and see what happens because it's electric. So that's what I want. I'm officially, as the kids say, shipping Ryan Seacrest and Bradley Cooper. Should write some fan fiction about it. So then we'll get back to my list of real people here. Well, okay, this is my my directors in this one. I kind of love this couple. Maybe they should have been higher. I am maybe regretting not putting them higher. I don't actually know them as a couple too much. They're kind of under the radar couple. I like both of them a lot individually, and they're very different. And it's Maya Rudolph and Paul Thomas Anderson.
That's a great one. I thought that because at first I thought you were going to say Sam Mendes and Titanic. Sorry, Kate Winslet, but they actually got divorced in the past couple of years. Yeah,
so Paul Thomas Anderson, I assume a lot of people know who he is, but he's awesome. It's like Boogie Nights. What other movies there? Let's just list them all.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
That really shitty movie a couple years ago with
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Well, Philip Seymour Hoffman's been in all of them until lately.
The one that was like, they're all like based in California.
Yeah, they're fun films.
Yeah, he's good. I enjoy Maya Rudolph. Do I want her in front of me all the time? But no, but she's funny every time I see her. I like when she just pops up in things. It's perfect. Though she now has a weird like variety show that's on with like her and Martin Short that's just like retired SNL people on SNL, like doing SNL. Like I don't get it, but that's what it is. Like on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. or something Central Time. But yeah, no, I think that's the kind of couple I was hoping to find more of. I was like searching for like couples that like didn't make sense. I already knew about them, but I didn't really find any other ones. But I think it's a good couple. So who's your number 5 couple?
I'll go through my my little Hall of Fame list. These are people that I think are just awesomely great at dating famous people. Also, as they've gotten older, just out kicking their coverage to extreme. We'll start with Madonna.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I tried to. I put Sean Penn on there. He's had a lot of girlfriends and famous lovers.
Yeah. Is he currently with Minka Kelly?
I thought he just broke up with someone. I think I got him and Johnny Depp confused about Johnny Depp's recently
divorced. Or the process probably of getting divorced and losing a shit ton of money.
JFK.
Yeah.
Warren Beatty. Who Carly Simon actually wrote You're So Vain About. Woody Allen, who just banged every lead actress in his movies from 1968, possibly to present. I don't know about their daughters.
Oh no.
And then Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, she kind of does, doesn't she?
James Brolin and Agassi. When Agassi was like, Agassi had like a weird upbringing. I feel like it was like a reverse daddy issues thing.
Yeah, Agassi. Apparently, in retrospect, we learned a lot of things about that guy.
But yeah, I think Barbara Streisand was always pulling some good looking fellas.
Yeah, she's definitely on like the out kicking your coverage of scale. Though she was not a bad looking lady in her youth, I'm sure.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid list. It'd be, you ever go to that Who's Dated Who website? I think they finally fixed it to where it doesn't break my computer every time I go to it, but that's
I should have done that.
You get like the whole Jeter list and like all that. It's insane.
We should have sold the sponsorship to them.
So did you do number 5? No, you did that first.
I did not. I called this NBA couple, so it's really only 2. Because I did not put Iggy Azalea and Nick Young on there.
Swaggy P. Are they still together?
I don't know. It was a pretty good scandal, and we're hoping that somehow they trade us D'Angelo Russell out of it. So we got a horse in this race, if you will. I went with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union and Mello and Lala.
Oh, I totally forgot about Mello and Lala. Wade and Union barely missed my list. They were like the one I edited out.
I mean, I just had to get an NBA couple on here, truthfully.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mello and Lala seems real.
It does. I mean, it's definitely Hollywood.
Yeah. But as that kind of thing goes. Yeah. Are there any other big NBA couples?
So I kind of searched and I thought about, and then I just thought about it, and I couldn't come up with anything off the top of my head.
Isn't Adriana Lima like married to some ex like Euro dude?
Oh yeah, isn't it like Sasha Vujacic?
Yeah, or something like that. Those Euro guys sometimes date like supermodels and stuff.
It's always the shitty ones.
Yeah, we're probably forgetting some like really obvious like NBA couple, but a
lot of them are in LA, and LA is so shitty that those guys probably can't even get laid right now. The Lakers.
Well, there's Lamar.
Yeah, they didn't make my list, shockingly.
Yeah, Lamar and Humphreys. I just went to the Kardashians in my brain to see if I could scare up any. Oh, and James Harden briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're actually getting better. They're moving up in the league. 2 years from now, Chloe's gonna be banging LeBron.
Well, no, because it'll be like Steph.
Oh, it will be Steph. Some scandal. I was thinking last night because I'm a terrible person. I was like, what if Steph Curry got a divorce? How scandalized would America be?
Oh, it would be.
And then like Aisha Curry, and then like little baby cute Curry girl would have like a broken home.
I would just have to buy all the Steph stock right away. There's no other move. Yeah, I think Steph's not gonna date. When does like Kylie stop dating rappers?
Oh, you know, like Klay Thompson has like a famous Instagram girlfriend who's super hot.
I didn't count Instagram girls as celebrities. Yeah, Klay Thompson does have a famous like Instagram girl.
It means you're a professional hot person. More so than anything else can mean that.
Yeah, I heard some comic of somebody say some joke along the lines of, I'm working hard now and trying to make money and be a good dad, so my daughter doesn't have to sell protein shakes on Instagram. Yeah, so was that your number 4? Was NBA couples?
That's my number 5. We actually haven't done my number 4, but we already touched on it. Gosling Mendez.
Yeah, it's just a good couple. It makes sense a little bit in my brain. Were they in a movie? What movie? Were they in a movie together? They had to be.
Oh, you know what? We screwed this up. That was my 6 and my 5.
Oh.
That I just did. So I still have 4, 3, 2, and 1 left.
Okay, then drop your 4 now.
I'll drop my 4 now. This is a pleasure for me to drop in here. Taylor Swift and John Mayer. Because someone needed to put that bitch in her place.
John Mayer is also.
He should have been on the Hall of Fame list, but I didn't want to give it away before I got to call out Taylor Swift's stupid ass.
What's your favorite? And isn't he like the reason for the Katy Perry, Taylor Swift feud?
It is.
Also, doesn't he have the greatest quote ever in Playboy when he referred to Jessica Simpson as sexual napalm?
He does. It wasn't in Playboy. It was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, I thought it was a Playboy interview. It makes it sound so much cooler.
Slightly less relevant. They're both pretty irrelevant at this point.
Yeah. They don't even have nudity in Playboy anymore.
Like that was going to turn the tide.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. All right. So then we're on my number 4.
We're on your number 4.
It's a couple. I don't really love either one of them, but I feel like it's a pretty authentic couple. And it's Ellen and Portia.
I felt like a bad liberal for not having a gay couple too.
I couldn't think of a gay guy couple.
So when I looked at the famous things, it was just like a famous gay guy and his lover.
Neil Patrick Harris and like David whatever. I'm like, nobody knew who that dude was before he got married to Neil Patrick Harris.
And
so,
then
like,
Elton John and his lover.
Yeah, like that doesn't count. At least Ellen and Portia were like, those were both people who were like I knew of.
Yeah, and Eleanor left Anne Hesh for her.
Or did Anne Heche become straight? Like I don't like. There's some weird like she was like running through the streets crazy. Or I might confuse my Anne Heche story with an Alonzo Spellman Bears story, but I think it's similar. I think it's a similar Anne Heche story. But yeah, Ellen and Portia. Does Portia even work anymore? She's like if they decide to do another like Arrested Development thing, she'll show up. If not, she's just like chilling. Housewife.
I don't know. I haven't really been following Portia.
Yeah, I haven't either. So then my number 3 is see, I feel like you might not like this couple. I kind of like both of them, though I don't really like her so much anymore, as much as I used to. But the reason I like this couple is both of them, they've been together for a while. And they've had a wave now where each of them have been wildly more famous than the other one during their relationship. And now he is much, much, much more famous than her, even though she probably makes bank on a CBS sitcom. And it's Chris Pratt and Anna Faris.
I had them just off the list. I like them.
Okay. Yeah, she was like, because like she was dating him when he was like not even anything. And then
he was like, on Entourage as her crazy boyfriend, and she was playing herself. It was essentially just their life. It was like 10 plus years ago.
And then like his job was like 12th cast member on like Parks and Rec at first until he like climbed his way up to like 5th
and got a personal trainer.
Yeah, well, for Zero Dark 30.
For the one, so he was in the preview of Zero Dark 30, but not really in the movie.
And then he was also the trainer. He was also briefly in Moneyball.
I don't remember. I don't remember that because I didn't see that.
He had to get in like baseball shape to be like some Oakland A's guy who took a lot of walks.
Euclid?
No. I can't remember which one. Whatever. Not an important one. But then now he's like Guardians of the Galaxy, starting in Marvel movies and making all the money.
Yeah,
and like Jurassic Park. And like, yeah. They're probably making a decent amount of money. She's on a CBS sitcom that's still rolling.
Yeah. They're doing fine because he has his Parks and Rec money too.
Yeah, it's syndication.
Sure,
yeah.
He was an executive producer.
You think he might have squeezed like one in by the end when he started to get kind of famous? Like, he like squeezed something, right? Yeah, he got something by the end to keep him on there as like a bit part. Yeah. So who's your number 3 couple?
My number 3 is I hate them both, but you just got to acknowledge their couple dominance. Brady and Bunchen.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can just tell everybody this is my number 1. It's not a surprise.
Yeah, if you want to come back to it, we can come back to it. If you want to just,
okay. We can come back to it. It's fine.
My number 2 is kind of the most significant celebrity couple of our lifetime for being our age.
I don't know.
Brittany and JT.
Oh, really? I didn't even contemplate them.
I don't know. They're just kind of they were hilariously terrible.
They never had sex, though, remember?
I know. That was kind of the hilarious part. I hope it's true.
No, it's not true. Remember when they wore the all denim
outfits? That is a classic picture.
And then was it like a year or two ago, Katy Perry went as a joke to the VMAs with Riff Raff, and they wore the same outfits. And he had like the white, like the white cornrows and stuff. It was terrible. Yeah, you're right though. I mean, it's a classic couple.
She'll never get back to that. That was the best days of her career.
Like, I kind of feel bad talking about, like, trying to make jokes about, like, something's wrong with her, right? Like, did she have like a lobotomy?
She like, I don't went fucking crazy.
Like, I've something weird. Like, she's like a robot now. She's just probably on tons of drugs, right?
She just got her own power of attorney back.
Oh, well, good for her.
Everyone's really worried.
Good for her. I hope she doesn't fuck it up.
Oh, if I were a betting man.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good. And she lives in Vegas. Yeah, it's a good place to live. My number 2 couple. This is my oldest couple on the list. I think they're older than Tom Hanks. Probably similar. Not famously not married. Have produced a very famous daughter. And that's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah. They would not have. I don't know that they qualify of my since 2000 criteria that I apparently just kind of shoehorned.
But they're still currently a couple.
They are still currently a couple,
and they're both still currently famous.
Is she?
Sure, she's famous for being Kate Hudson's mom. What do you think the last movie Goldie Hawn was in, off the top of your head?
Was she in Milk Money?
I don't think so.
That was Melanie Griffin. I get those two all the time.
I'm gonna Goldie Hawn IMDb. Goldie Hawn, Overboard.
Overboard.
That's so old. That's so old though. I have to hide that movie from being on TV because my wife will not, if it's on, she will watch it to completion every single time. Even
though he basically lies and has sex with her.
Yeah, he rapes
someone that he's not. Okay, I just wanted. I was dancing around the verbiage. That's actually a comedian's bit. I'm not.
Technically, I think that's rape. What happens? She was in a movie called The Banger Sisters in 2002 with Susan Sarandon. And since then, it looks like she's been a voice, done some voiceover work. But she's also in 2017 in the works. She has an untitled mother-daughter action comedy project that's currently filming. So get ready for that.
Oof.
Wait, I'm clicking on that to make sure. Is it actually just starring her and Kate Hudson? Because that'd be fantastic.
Oh, it's got to be.
Nope. It's her and Amy Schumer.
Ugh.
And Christopher Maloney. And Wanda Sykes. That's the confirmed cast so far.
Well, good for Amy Schumer. Just cash it in while she can, because I don't know how much longer she's going to be cashing it in.
Yeah. If you go through the history of this podcast, I think our conversations about Amy Schumer probably drastically change over time.
Yeah, I mean, she can still be a great stand-up.
Yeah. Wait, I think any stand-up should do that, though. Is you just cash them when you can.
Yeah. I mean,
you can always go, if you're a good stand-up comedian, you cash those big movie checks, you can always just go back to being a good stand-up comedian. Probably not always, but it's probably pretty easy.
I mean, I would say that Patton Oswalt's had a pretty good career of payday gigs
of like
and
jumping
stand-up.
Of kind of like jumping. He never went like full on.
Well, he's never been, and he's not good looking enough. I mean, to be a movie star, candidly. Well, he'd say that.
Talk to Kevin James.
Maybe Patton Oswalt just fucking hates Kevin James.
Kevin James has Patton Oswalt's
life career. I should have had.
Yeah, Kevin James has Patton Oswalt's career. Patton Oswalt's funnier than Kevin James, but Kevin James got his career. He's not giving it up.
I was his number 2 on that stupid fucking show about shipping men. He's in all those bullshit Adam Sandler movies. What's a guy got to do?
Yeah, it's tough life. Tough life. Yeah. So then my number 1. I mean, Tom Brady and Giselle. That's just like the pinnacle of like physical genetics.
Okay, so I'll throw my number one because it's kind of a similar couple.
Who is it?
The Beckhams.
Okay.
First of all, to make it as big as they have in America without any marketable American skill is amazing.
Yeah, because were they really a couple like when the Spice Girls were famous?
Well, that's when David Beckham was good at soccer.
Yeah, it's like they became a famous couple after their peaks. Well, it's not like it. Like, that's definitely what happened.
After the peaks of their abilities, but not of their fame.
Yeah, at least in America. But they're probably still just as famous there across the pond, I'll say it.
I bet people hate Beckham, though.
Yeah.
I think probably. Beckham has like a... Who's like a choke artist? I don't want to say LeBron because LeBron actually wins things.
Well,
Beckham has one choke artist. Beckham has a bit of a choke
Manchester artist. United. They won plenty.
Yeah, well, they have such a perception of the national team there that nothing else really matters.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, but how tall? I assume we're getting a Tom Brady kid athlete. Does he have a son? He has a son. That kid's gonna be like 6'9". Tom Brady's like 6'6", and Giselle's like 6'1".
Dude, that kid might end up being a pitcher.
Yeah, that would actually be a great guess, right? Like, if he's got like the arm and the height.
Yeah.
And it's a safer gig.
Yep.
Just go throw balls, man.
Rich people will not be playing football much longer. So
yeah, that's a great call. Is that Tom Brady's kid's gonna be a pitcher? Like a 6'8" kid with a rocket arm. Probably get one payday and explode his shoulder. But maybe by then they'll just be able to like inject some chemical into it and fix it.
Yeah. I mean, the Beckham kids are just gonna have to be models.
I think they'll be fine with that.
They probably already are.
I'm sure they are.
They kind of started like the
Celebrity Kids
named stuff.
Brooklyn,
which is now a super normal name.
Oh yeah, I haven't bumped into any, but yeah, it's a normal name. Like, it doesn't even seem weird anymore. Like when that kid was named Brooklyn, everybody's like, "That's a weird name." But that's a normal name now.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with somebody. Like, what happens if like somebody was like, "What if you name your kid like Dave now?" Like 22 years from now, the hiring manager's like, "Who the fuck is this idiot named Dave?"
It's like it'll be like it'll be like an old grandpa name.
Am I hiring a 65-year-old man for this job, for this entry-level position?
Dave and John and Joe,
Steve.
Steve. No, they're gonna be like Steph is here for the interview.
Yeah, because all these fucking Steffens shooting 40-foot jump shots. God damn it! I'm doomed. It's only gonna get worse in my life.
If they did like one of those Allstate commercials with Stephen Curry and his doppelganger, it should be like Stephen Carney, and it should be like a white guy who's terrible at everything.
They already have done it.
But isn't it just Steph again? Like they should, like SNL should do a parody of it almost.
It's Sebastian Curry. Also, there's the original commercial was one of my favorite things about it, because they don't do it now, because then they have like that, they had that whole team thing, but it was like him going up an escalator and Chris Paul going down an escalator, and I was like, what? If you're Chris Paul, you don't sign up for the commercial where you're going down and he's going up. That's just too much symbolism. Also, like, Steph Curry has like a brother who could have just like played that part.
Yeah, there already is the word Steph Curry. It's called Seth.
It's Seth Curry. He could have just been that part, which makes it worse. Instead of it's like Steph Curry and Harry Potter glasses.
His brother could use the money too.
Yeah, like, throw some money his way. Throw Seth some money. I mean, he's in the league though, so he's doing all right. It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse than to be any Curry sibling right now.
Yeah, is there a sister?
I feel like E is trying to get them into a reality show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Aisha's into it. She probably wants it to be like a cooking show, doesn't she? Like try to do like
that's their thing. So I think they have a local cooking show.
Look at is it like cable access? Because that would be phenomenal
on Fox Sports Bay Area or something, which basically is cable access at this point.
That's pretty similar. If you're a professional athlete, like, that's what your reality show is. That's crazy that he would have a show like on a local station.
Well, until 2 years ago, he was just like the 12th guy on the All-Star team.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be like Jimmy Butler having a show. No.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I remember when I was so psyched about
Jimmy Butler hangs out with Mark Wahlberg. So
when I saw Jimmy Butler get a National Mountain Dew ad, I was pumped.
Wait, he has a National Mountain Dew ad?
He's a National Mountain Dew ad.
Is it totally extreme?
No, it's a bunch of guys, but he's in it.
See, that's how you slip in, like when you're like his level of player.
It's no one great, like maybe Damian Lillard.
Jimmy. Yeah, I was actually gonna say him. He's like him and Damian Lillard are already. Damian Lillard's in so many commercials where he's like the 5th most famous basketball player on them.
Great agent.
Yeah, good agent. He's got it. And then we're done with our obscure NBA player commercial list.
Sorry, got off track. So my number one's Beckham and Beckham.
Beckham and Beckham. Mine's Tom and Giselle. Also, Tom Brady marrying somebody that makes more money than him is diabolical.
It is fucking hilarious.
It's great. It's a great move.
Like, there's a pool of like 100 women in the world who can say that.
That they make more money than Tom Brady? There's got to be more. That's low. I hope it's low.
But when you think about it, you're like, oh, maybe not.
No, that's low. How much? I mean, I don't know how much money Tom Brady actually makes a year. How much do you think Tom Brady makes a year?
30 million, 35 million.
Yeah,
you're
right. Tons of endorsements. He just seems to sit back from
that. If we round up, we're going 50. So yeah, there are probably a shitload of investment bankers already who are way over.
Yeah. But for Tom to find appear in the attractiveness category that makes more money than him is really the shocker. Since the fact that he even found appear in attractiveness is really the most astounding thing.
I can't believe your twin boy isn't Tom.
Brady was probably would have been better. Maybe, I don't know. Well, thanks for listening to this podcast about celebrity couples
and miscellaneous other things.
And some once again, you just like us on Facebook, share us on Facebook and Twitter, all that good stuff at First of the Worst. More than anything, subscribe to us on iTunes, write reviews, Stitcher. If you got the Androids. So is the kids still call them droids?
I don't know the kids, but I still call mine Android. Yeah.
If you got a Windows phone, like, get a new phone because, like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Maybe just like. Do you have a Windows phone, Brendan?
Fuck yeah, Samsung Galaxy S6. It's a piece of shit.
That's not a Windows phone. That's an Android.
Oh, what's a Windows phone?
Oh, dude, nobody has them. Trust me, we're not offending anybody.
Good, because we can't afford to lose any listenership here.
If you have a Windows phone, talk to us, and I'll direct you into a place where you can get at least an Android phone for free. But thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Great night. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.